Mechanic Dan here with Runyon Surface Prep. Today we're going to be talking about a rental generator. This is the little Mighty M generator, 240 120 volt, single phase package. So let's get started with it. All right, what we have here is, remember, this is single phase only. You got 120, 240 volt. All right, little Mighty M generator. It's actually rated at 14,000 watt output, but that's not continuous. Remember, stick to continuous wattage is about 12,000. The impressive thing about this little thing, it claims 100 amp continuous duty on 120, 50 amp on 240 continuous duty. That's pretty impressive for a little generator like that. So let's go through a couple of the specs. All right, you have several receptacles. You got two of the 120 20 amp, which are GFCI. Those are standard 120s. Those are good to have around for grinders, stuff like that. All right, one of the 120 amp 3-phase twist lock, 120 volt only. All right, the 120 240 30 amp twist lock. And then we get down to the 50 amp 120 240 twist lock, and these are all the plugs that go to them. All right, as you run this thing, remember, this isn't a propane machine. This is gasoline only. Holds about 13.2 gallons, and full load lasts a good 8 hours for you. So that's really impressive. This thing's really robust and really strong. All right, it's got your Honda GX630 688cc engine on it. This thing's really powerful, and they run forever. These little Honda engines are really impressive. So everything about this is really impressive to me because it's powerful, well made, and runs forever. Remember, it's not a generator, actually. It's an alternator. So it's brushless. You don't have to worry about brushes or having to blow it out, clean it out, or anything. Once you rent it, get gas in it, oil, she's good to go. All right, let's look at some of our options here. You have to remember, when you go to deciding which generator you have, what's your plug options and what's your amperage. So if you look at all these amperages, 20, 30, 30, and a 50, your twist lock, 120, 240. Here's your big one right here. Remember, just because it says 3P 240 volt doesn't mean it's 3-phase. 3-pole, 4-wire with 1 ground. And this is what you got. You got your 240, 120, and 120. You only have 2 leads that are actually 240. Remember that. People think if it's 3-pole, you got 3-phase. Not how this works. And then you work your way on down to a 30 amp. You have your 240 across and your 120. Remember, you're dealing with the neutral on this. Don't confuse that for your ground, although it acts the same thing. Remember to treat your neutral and your ground a little bit different. Same thing when you get to your little 30 amp 120 volt. Same thing, you have a ground and a neutral and 120 for 30 amp. So altogether, 100 amp max on your 120, 50 amp on your 240. And you can use these in succession with each other. Just watch your amperages and what you're using, and you have circuit breakers for each single one to keep track of. So if you plug something in while the other one's plugged in and you just go too far, it's not going to burn it up. Just remember to start separating out your machines. Other than that, this thing's a really, really good generator. I'm really impressed with it. If you have any questions, just give us a call here at Runyon Surface Prep. Thank you.